live. How's everybody doing? Getting ready for Christmas. Everybody's out doing shopping, stuff like that. Let me wait a little bit for you guys to get on here. But what I'm going to show you guys how to make is a breakfast baked egg casserole. And the cool thing about it is you can put this together the night before, and you can put it in the fridge with foil. And in the morning, Christmas morning, get up, turn your oven on, set it to about 350, pop it in the oven, and you will have an awesome egg baked breakfast casserole. So I'm making this one today with the hash brown crust. It's very, very simple. Ricky Doolin, what's going on, man? Behave yourself, Ricky. This is a family show. It's a family page. So good to see you this morning, though. My lid will be going back on the smoker today. Ricky, thank you for that. It's hard for me to read because I'm so far away. It says, "What's up, Rob from Barbecues Galore?" Oh, Irvine Cooking School. Awesome. Well, maybe you can incorporate this recipe here, Ricky. And this is a real simple recipe. In here, I've got about 7 eggs. You can do 7 or 8 eggs. I've got 16 ounces of sharp cheddar. This is 8 ounces and then another 8 ounces. I separate them because I mix the first 8 ounces in with the eggs and the milk. 3/4 of a cup of milk. And I've got probably about 8 ounces of diced ham. I've got 7 crumbled pieces of 7. Uh-oh, hold on. That's my alarm going off. I hit the button. Oop. Neighbors love me. About 7 slices of Applewood smoked bacon. I've got 1 pound of breakfast sausage. This is Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. This is really, like I said, this cool thing about this, you can put it all together the night before and have it ready to go in the morning. So it's a Christmas morning favorite here. A lot of times I put Pillsbury biscuits in it, chop those up into little cubes and throw that in there. Those are kind of cool, but they expand. Let me grab this out of the oven real quick. And this is what I did. Made a hash brown crust. Just basically it's a hash brown crust that I use, just frozen hash browns that you get in the dairy section of your supermarket. I'm still trying to read, so let's see. I'll have you should do a homemade mac and cheese show. That's coming up. Got a lot of mac and cheese talking trash about that. So basically with these hash browns, it's 1 package of hash browns. They're already shredded, everything. You can actually put them in cheesecloth and squeeze some of that water out of them. But what I do is, let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll mix a half a stick of butter, salt and pepper and garlic. Mix that in there and put these in a mixing bowl. Mix in your melted garlic. Add some salt and pepper and garlic. I used SPG. Suckle Buster's SPG because it's one of my favorites. Just got all the butter incorporated into it. Sprayed down a 13x9 casserole dish. Sprayed that down with some no stick spray, cooking spray. Just kind of formed these in, smashed them down, bring them up on the sides a little bit. Try to make it even. One thing that works really good is I take a big spoon like this, and just kind of form it around the edges, and it'll push that stuff up on the side so you get a nice crust. And then basically at about 400 degrees, I'll put it in the oven in the casserole dish for maybe 20 minutes till it starts to brown a little bit. You see the edges, how they got a little brown to them. So basically, and it also kind of pre-cooks your potatoes, so you make sure that your potatoes are done. And it's pretty simple. Like I said, I got 7 eggs here. I'm gonna pour my milk in, and the milk kind of helps it bind, helps it stick together, so makes it thick and helps it so I just kind of whisk that together. Very simple. 3/4 a cup of milk, 7, 8 eggs, whatever you think. Good morning, PJ Leposki, how you doing? Jeff Allen, how you doing, my brother? And then, as I said before, I have 16 ounces of cheese. We like cheese here, so I'm using a sharp cheddar today. what I'll do is I'll put half of the 16 ounces, 8 ounces into the egg mixture, and I'll do that right now. You just want to mix that up with the eggs, and the eggs also, the cheese also helps the eggs to bind, if you will. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but just mix your cheese up in here, and what it's going to do is, as that eggs start to set, the cheese is gonna hold it all together. It's gonna be ooey gooey goodness. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Without dumping it all over the counter. You just mix in your eggs. Okay. Set that aside for now. This pan is really hot, so I'm trying not to burn my fingers off. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting all this together. And like I said, that's the best thing about this is you can do this the night before and have it ready to go in the morning. Just pop it out of the fridge, put it in the oven, good to go. Okay, so we're gonna layer this stuff in now. I got 1 pound of breakfast sausage. This is Jimmy Dean, and just kind of layer it in evenly. Very, very simple. You can do this. There's so many different ways to do this. You know, we like meat, obviously. So, I'm not going to use all that right now, but Dan Wetmore, is that Dan Wetmore? That is Dan Wetmore. So, sorry, I'm a hand washing freak. Phil Bell Jr., how you doing? Hope that knee's doing well. Roberto Carlos Loria is here from Costa Rica. Good to see you this morning. My softball coach Swag, David Gonzalez, good to see you this morning. Okay, so we got the sausage in there. Let's add in the ham. I got some cubed ham here. Very simple. This is going to be a meat extravaganza casserole. That's all you got to do. I'm not going to use all that either. And then you can take I got 7 slices of bacon. Gonna put that in there, mix it in. This is gonna have so many different textures in it, different meats, everything we like. That's it. And then we can take some of this cheese here. I'll probably take a few ounces and kind of layer that in there. Just a little bit. Okay, my oven is preset at 350 degrees. That's what it looks like. It's really, really simple. And then all we do is take our egg mixture with the cheese. And if you use like Pillsbury biscuits, you can like quarter those, put those in the eggs also. And then all you do with this is just pour it in evenly. You can move it around. It's gonna have a ton of cheese in this, the eggs, sausage, bacon. The family goes crazy over this. This is kind of a quiche, I would say. And then you can also, if you want to put the rest of the meat on top of this, you can do that as well. So, trying to see. Phil Bell says he's doing good after his knee replacement. I'm getting one pretty soon, probably. They're dragging their feet with it because they want me to wait till I'm 55. Jill Marie is here. Good to see you, Jill. Okay, let me see if this is too hot for me to pick up so I don't drop it. It is still hot. Okay, there it is. Oh, I'm about to dump it out all over the counter. So you have your hash brown that's kind of pre-cooked. And this, just for looks, I'll throw some sausage back on top of here because everybody likes that. I didn't quite use all the cheese, so I'll put a little bit of ham on top of here. Towards the end, as this all comes together and the eggs set up, I will probably put some more cheese on top and kind of brown that as well. So this is a really simple recipe. It's great. We like hot sauce, so I don't put hot sauce on it until I'm done. Dan Wetmore wants me to smoke it. He is a smoking freak. You are a freak, dude. He wants me to smoke everything, so I could smoke it, but I'm actually doing some tri-tips and getting those set up today. So basically this is gonna go in the oven until your eggs actually set. I'm trying to see, Scott Romero says, "Hi Rob, sorry to hear about your intestinal problems." Yes, I'm getting old and that's part of it. We were talking this morning about I have diverticulosis, so I have to really watch what I eat. During the week I eat very, very healthy. I try to. I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, but I indulge myself in, well, I don't want to say it like that, but I do like to smoke some meat on the weekends, and I do like meat, so I will eat some meat on the weekends, but during the week I try not to because of my intestinal problems. But doing what I can. I appreciate all the people that popped in this morning and kind of helped me out, gave me some ideas of things that'll help, because it is not fun. It's kind of painful. So basically, I put this in the oven, 350 degrees for maybe 30 minutes. When you can stick a toothpick in, or the end of a spatula, you can put that in there, pull it out, and it comes out clean. You know your eggs are set. The main thing is you have to make sure that these eggs get set. If it starts to brown on top too much and your eggs are not set, put a piece of foil over the top. It's good to go. So let me put this in real quick, and then I can read some of these messages here. So it goes in the oven, and you want to put something under the pan. I'm going to set a timer here for 25 minutes, just so I can check it. You want to put a drip pan underneath this, because as these eggs start to set, they're going to raise up. And as they raise up, it may fall over. You don't want to ruin your oven, have your wife screaming at you, you know. So that being said, always when you're doing liquid stuff in the oven, kind of put something on the bottom just so you don't absolutely destroy your oven. I have learned that from some past issues that I've done, and it's a lot easier than getting yelled at. So like I said, a little bit of cheese left over. I'll put some of that on top just to make it look nice as the eggs start to set, but you don't want to overcrowd that dish until those eggs get set. Main thing is, the more you put in there, the longer it takes those eggs to set. Let me see. I'm really struggling here. Let me see if I can see them with my glasses. Good recipe. I'll have to try it. Absolutely, Daniel. Good to see you this morning. Dan's gonna smoke it. He's a smoking fool. That's why his name is Smoking Dan. Smoking D. So, but like I said, this is a perfect recipe. You want to use it on Christmas Day. You have the family over. Gives you a little more time to visit in the morning, opening gifts and whatnot. Before you open the gifts, pop that thing in the oven. By the time you get done with the gifts and everything, you'll have an awesome breakfast casserole. And we eat it for lunch. We eat it all the time. Good thing about it is you cut it in squares. You can add as much hot sauce to your own as you want. I'm not allowed to put hot sauce on things anymore because I burn everybody up here, and I get chewed out. Everything I make, if I make it with hot sauce, I get in trouble because it's too hot. So if you have a family like mine that are sissies and can't handle heat, don't put hot sauce in it. Put it on yours only. Donnie Sanchez says, "Good morning, Rob and Heroes. Good to see you this morning. I will be doing some tri-tips. I will smoke some tri-tips today. Just going to take it easy. I made some for Rachel the other day for her birthday, and they were phenomenal. Came out awesome. And my kids are spoiled brats because she took both of them and left me enough for one sandwich, and that was the best sandwich I've had in a long time. So thank you, Rachel, for leaving me enough for a sandwich." So what's going on with you guys? Are you guys out Christmas shopping? I know Dan was up. I thought I was up early. I was at the store at 7 o'clock this morning when they opened, and Dan was rolling out right behind me. So I don't like crowds. I do most of my shopping on Amazon. Lil's out actually shopping today. We have a get together with my uncle in San Diego tomorrow, so we're going to head down there and say hello to them. Ricky Doolin, I'm right in the process of putting my door on. Ricky gave me a new Green Mountain Grill prime door. Did some cleaning on it, did some painting on it. had to order a new handle. I got the new handle, and also they sent me the hinges for it, because the hinges I had would not work with this new lid. So very cool people. And I sent Jennifer I believe is her name. I sent her a message and told her thank you so much. That was incredible. That was really cool, you know, because I just inquired about them, about how much they were. She just gave them to me free and sent them out to me. So very cool people at Green Mountain Grill. If you have a Green Mountain Grill and have to deal with them, they have an awesome customer service people out there. I mean, they were amazing. I talked to her, and what I'm doing is kind of different than what most people do. I'm actually just upgrading my door, and I told her the whole story. She said she totally understood, and what a cool thing I was doing. So now I have to paint my smoker because my door looks like brand new. So it's always something going on. Dan Wetmore says, come at me, Ricky. Sup, homie? Sup, homie? Chris Main's here. Good to see you, Chris Main. How you doing, man? Chris Main's a superstar in the barbecue world. So thanks for checking in with us. I will post this video, or Chris will post it. I don't know if Chris maybe can put it on our YouTube page. Chris is outstanding at what he does for our page, so thank you, Chris, for that. I really appreciate the things that he does. As I told him last weekend, I wanted to put all the sponsors links on our page, and he knocked that out. Probably took up most of his morning doing that. But he got it done, and thank you, Chris, for that. I appreciate that. Ricky, I could beat you on ribs any day of the week, homeboy. You got lucky. I cooked. Okay, here's the deal, and I'm gonna explain. I'm not making excuses. Ricky, you beat me. Okay, good job. Proud of you, buddy. You knocked out those ribs. You did a great job. But here's my issue, and like I said, I'm not making excuses. I cooked my ribs to KCBS standards. People who know what KCBS standards are, a rib needs to have a perfect bite and not have the meat come off the bone. Okay? I should have cooked my ribs to meat falling off the bone. But I didn't. I cooked them to KCBS standards. I had a perfect bite. I should have cooked them to an amateur judge's standards, which everybody loves fall off the bone. And when I do cook ribs at home, and I will say this, I will overcook them and make them fall off the bone because everybody loves it. So Ricky, you outsmarted me. You got me. Look at Dan. Dan's even trying to jump in there. He said, I'll be up early for my brisket coffee at 2 a.m. You will be having coffee alone at 2 a.m., I can tell you. Ivan did very well. I was very proud. My grandson Ivan did his first rib competition. Thank you to Dan Wetmore for coaching him along the way. Outstanding. He did better than me, I believe. As far as the scores went, he tied me, but Ivan did an outstanding job, and I was very, very proud of him. So it was a lot of fun, Ricky. As always, we talk our trash. We go back and forth. But see, Chris Main agrees with me. Anyone can overcook a rib, yeah, absolutely, and we all do on purpose when we cook at home. I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I should have overcooked them at that competition. Because like I said, the judges they picked out of the crowd, none of them are competition cooks. So outstanding job, Ricky. You got me. You did get me. But guess what? I don't care what we cook in the next one. I don't care if I win it. But guess what? The only thing I care about is beating Ricky Doolin. I will beat Ricky Doolin, and I will humble you, my friend. So that being said, it's always fun cooking with friends. Had a great time cooking in that rib competition. Let me talk about the American Cancer Society. As most of you know, I am in negotiations with them. They pretty much have told me that I can do what I want, how I want to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dan Wetmore said he paid off the judges. That figures. I wouldn't doubt. You probably had Wanda pay off the judges. Yeah, that's what happened. or you had her over there flirting with the judges. That's what it was. So it doesn't matter. You got the trophy. You won that competition. You did a great job. And you also coached my grandson. So my hat is off to you. I would take my hat off, but my hair's a mess. So Ricky Doolin says, don't be mad because I can bring any smoker there and beat you again. Keep it up. Do it. I guarantee it won't happen again, Ricky. Because my goal in life is no matter what we cook or where we go, beat Ricky Doolin. So it's on. I will bring a Weber and outsmoke you, Ricky. I promise you. A Weber 22-inch silver edition, not even a gold series, a silver edition, and I will outsmoke you. I guarantee it. But I'm humbled for now. You got me. What does it say? Let's see, quiet Ricky. Oh, he said, let's see, quiet Ricky. Yeah. So no, it's always a good time. Had a great time cooking with you guys. Like I said, watching Ivan cook was by far the best thing I could have ever seen. So Dan Whitmore says, Ricky, you were the first place loser. So there you go. I was the last place loser, but it doesn't matter, Ricky, we're both losers. So that being said, American Cancer Society Cook-Off is in negotiations. If you guys have any ideas about what you want me to do with that, what you want me to ask them for, because I will be meeting with them probably after Christmas. We possibly have some tribute bands that will play at the Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society. I'm looking at getting people out there to vend, to sell barbecue. So if you guys have a person that's a professional restaurant owner, cook type, caterer type thing, let me know, put me in touch with them, and let them know that I'm looking for vending cooks. And basically, I don't want the vendors to pay for everything. I want them to make their money back, but I would like them also to contribute a percentage of it to the American Cancer Society. That's the whole idea behind it, is to raise some money for American Cancer Society. I struggle with skin cancer. My wife has battled breast cancer. My mother has battled breast cancer. And unfortunately, my aunt, who was like a second mother to me, my Aunt Dawn Nelson, she passed away from breast cancer. And she's pretty much the whole idea behind this. So let's do what we can, raise some money. That's all we can do, you know. I hate cancer. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing the effects that it has on families. So let's do what we can to help them out and make things better. Dan Whitmore says 3 a.m. coffee. Well, I'm not saying I won't be up at 3 a.m., but I will be getting ready to head down to San Diego to spend some time with my uncle and my aunt and my cousins that I haven't seen in over a year. So looking forward to that. My Aunt Linda, my Uncle Carl, Jamie, Eric, Darren, Kyle, all those guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Going to be doing some tri-tips today. I may have some tri-tip that I will bring out there for you guys to try. Got some other stuff I'm kind of working on today to take out there. So getting excited about Christmas coming up. I don't have a lot of family out here. They're pretty much all I have as far as my side of the family. Lil has a bunch of family that make me feel like I'm part of their family, and I love them very much. So Christmas is the time to spend with family. So this breakfast bake is something that you can do to wow your family. It's a great casserole to have in the morning or anytime, really. We eat it all the time. It's very simple to make. You know, it's something you don't have to worry about while you're making Christmas dinner. So you can pop that in the oven and have it pre-made. So Tanya Owens, good to see you this morning. Tell Marty hi for me. Some more. Man, we're getting a lot of celebrity barbecue people checking in here. So good to see you guys this morning. As I said, I will post this video if you guys want to. I will put together everything I cook is kind of not measured out. I kind of eyeball everything, so I will try to put a list together of the ingredients in this. So you guys can kind of get an idea of what you're going to need. I wish I was more organized, but that's the way I cook. It's just kind of throw everything in the pan and see how it comes out. But I will put together a list of ingredients that you would use. Very, very simple. So Bobby Lindsay's here. Good to see you. Bobby Lindsay will be helping me with the American Cancer Society. Oh my God. Dan Wetmore, you're a celebrity. Really. You're a celebrity in my book. But yeah, lots of fun. Good things coming up. American Cancer Society, I want to get more people than our normal 5 that show up. This is going to be open, and if there's not going to be a monetary prize, we may put together, as Bobby said, maybe like a wrestling belt, something like that can get passed around to the winners of each one. You get to keep that wrestling belt, championship belt, until the next competition. It's something we've been talking about. I think that would be a lot of fun. My buddy Jeff Allen says, definitely would like to see everyone support ACS. Absolutely. Oh, okay, Scott. I'm trying to read. Scott Romero says, what do you think of reverse sear on tri-tip? Honestly, I love reverse sear on tri-tip. I like to smoke to about 115, 120, and then go right over the coals to take it to about, I pull my tri-tips at 140. I like mine a little more rare than that, but a lot of the people in the family like that hot pink center. So I knew exactly what you meant, my brother. So that is absolutely a reverse sear. And basically, for those of you that don't know what a reverse sear is, a lot of your fine steak restaurants will sear a steak to get a crust on it in like, let's say a cast iron skillet with a little bit of oil. They'll get a hot sear on that and then pop it in the oven to finish it off. Reverse sear is just the opposite of that. You're going to cook away from the heat until you get to a close temp, and then you're actually going to finish it over the heat to give it a sear at the end instead of in the beginning. But Scott Romero, it is the absolute best way to cook a tri-tip by far. I don't believe in searing a tri-tip before, because I think once you sear, you've pretty much, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff Allen, I think if you sear a tri-tip in the beginning, you're not going to get as much smoke penetration because of that sear. You've sealed up all the pores pretty much on that meat. So that's the idea I have behind reverse sear. Basically, you're going to cook it away from the heat, indirect heat, to let some of that smoke get in. And the smoke is what's called a Maillard effect. It's a combination of the smoke reacting with the salts and the different stuff that's actually in the meat. Is it myoglobin? Am I wrong? But it's what we all search for. We all want that. We all want that smoke ring, you know. My thing is, I don't like heavy smoke, but I do like a hint of smoke, a taste of smoke, a touch of smoke. Jeff says it will tighten up the pores. Correct. Will still absorb, but it does hinder it. I agree. I want that smoke to actually, and you know, I want it to be able to break down some of the fats that are in the meat, some of the things that cause meat to be tough, such as your fats and your gristles and that type of thing. I don't know if gristle is the correct word, but you want that steak or that meat to slow cook to make it tender. You know, I actually do mine hot and fast on my drum, but they come out outstanding. Smoke and then reverse sear on beef is great cook. Absolutely, that's absolutely the best way to do it. I have never, even when I first started cooking tri-tips, I never seared a tri-tip and cooked it. If any of you have ever done a sous vide, it will render less. Absolutely correct, Jeff Allen. Thank you. If you've ever done a sous vide tri-tip, it's kind of a reverse sear. It has to be, because a lot of people, you can sear it before and put it in the bag. Sous vide is a French way of cooking that cooks it to a perfect internal temp, because you're actually setting the temp of the water that it's sitting in, and you can cook it for 3 days at that temp and it'll hold. It won't go past that. You set it at 135 degrees, it will not go past that. Doesn't matter how long it sits in there, it will never, the internal temp will never raise above 135. So that's, sous vide is kind of a weird thing though, because when you do take the tri-tip out after it's been in there for a day or whatnot, 12 hours, whatever you decide to cook it, the meat is actually gray. So you have to sear it to get a crust on it. It's a reverse sear. But sous vide is a different way of cooking. It's interesting. It's a good way to infuse a lot of fresh herbs in the meat. You put the herbs in there with it, a little bit of olive oil, and it will actually soak up, and as that fresh basil or rosemary, whatever you tend to put in there, as it breaks down from the heat, the oils from it actually get absorbed into that meat. It's a great way to infuse some flavor into your meat. It doesn't look very appetizing, Dan, you're absolutely right. But if you have to try it. I have a sous vide. If you would like to try it, it's pretty cool, the stuff you can do with it. So you have to open your mind, Dan. You have to try different things. You can't just smoke everything in the world. So, but lots of fun. We have a great time here on this page. I thank everybody for it. We are headed in the direction of maybe doing some fundraisers. Got lots of great ideas. If you guys have ideas, please forward them to me, Jeff Allen, Chris Scott, Brian Disney, any of us. Please forward some ideas. How you know, I'm very excited about the American Cancer Society cook-off. We have a friend in common that actually works for them, and he told them about our page, and you know, hopefully it's going to be a match made in heaven. So great way to give back to a great cause, you know, something that is really affecting a lot of people, you know, in the world. So anytime we can help them, it's, you know, that's what we want to do. So I'm very excited to have the opportunity to work with them, and hopefully this will be a really cool event. We'll have a lot of fun. It'll be great to see you guys out there. Me too, Dan. Dan's ready to cook for him. It's going to be a great time. So as soon as I nail down the actual date, I will let you guys know, so you guys can put that on your calendar, and please make it a point to join us. You know, if you can make it to one of our cooks, this is the one I want you guys at. So gonna be a lot of fun. I will post a donation page for those of you that are on the East Coast that can't make it out here, obviously, because it's too far. And if, you know, maybe if you have enough notice in advance of when it is, maybe you can plan to come out here with us. So it'd be awesome. But it's going to be a great event. We're going to do the best we can to help them out, and that's what we do. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will post a picture of this when it's done. Maybe I'll even go live to show you how it looks. But try this recipe. Let me know what you think. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about our page. Somebody that you think might enjoy this page. We're family. We'd love to have them. So you guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Have fun. Ricky Doolin, keep the trash talk coming, because it doesn't bother me one bit. He actually texted me this morning, Dan, and he said he thinks you're getting a little butthurt because he teases me all the time and he doesn't tease you. And I said, be careful, Ricky. You're opening up the floodgates if you start messing with Dan Wetmore, because Dan will bring it to you with some brutality, I promise. Dan says East Coast support would be awesome. Maybe some of our guys on the East Coast could actually do a cook in the name of the American Cancer Society and, you know, donate some funds to them. That would be great. Dan says, I can't even read that. I think he's laughing. Oh, yeah, he's saying nana nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo, Ricky. I don't know. I can't read. It's too far away, but he has no filter. Just know that in advance, that you are poking a wild animal. Dan is a wild animal. I don't call him Smoking D for nothing. So thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you try this recipe. I hope you like it. if you change it up anyway, let me know how it works. If you think it's better, I'm always up for improvement. I want to thank all my administrators, my moderator, Jeff, Allen, Chris Scott, Brian Disney, my mom, Mary Beth. Oh, one more thing. I am working on t-shirts. I have somebody that's in the process of giving me a sample. And she is local. She will do one at a time if I need her to. Whatever I need, she is down to help us out. So thank you, Ashley, for that so much. And I will be, as soon as she's done with the t-shirt that she's mocking up for me, she's doing a demo. And they are affordable. They're, as long as the quality is great on them and we like them, she uses good quality materials. She's already told me. So that being said, I think these shirts are going to be nice, and I will show them to you, and they are affordable. They're a lot more affordable than the first ones we came out with. So those will be in the works. Lots of things coming up. You guys have a great day, and I will talk with you soon. See ya.